40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology?
I would say displaceable.
My content was stolen by a company that AI'd my voice to make it look like I'm promoting their STD gummies.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. And this job, I quit.
AI is coming for your paycheck. And while Americans are told to learn to code, the truth is that no degree can outwork an algorithm that never sleeps. This first video absolutely blew my mind. AI not only stole her voice, but also her face and used it for the worst thing possible.
If you are a small to mid-sized creator, you are really going to want to watch this video because my content was stolen by a company that AI'd my voice to make it look like I'm promoting their STD gummies. I wish I were joking. For the last 2 months, I've been getting these DMs from people on Instagram, people I know, people I don't know, saying basically, hey girly, this company is using your content. Is this you? Or the mouth looks kind of weird when it moves. Or like, hey, this is embarrassing, but get your bag. And the ads are for this company called Bioethica, I don't know, whatever. And they promote these BV, anti-BV gummies. I had to even look up what BV was. And so you don't have to, it's for bacterial vaginosis. Lucky me. But so much of my content is me talking to camera, and this ad really used that to their advantage because they took clips of me talking to camera and then changed my mouth movements to make it look like I'm saying the things that they want me to say in the ad, and also AI'd my freaking voice. Like your girl got deep faked. So this is super illegal. I've reached out to the company. I comment on every ad that people send me, and I even was able to get a contact at Facebook to start taking them down one by one, but more just pop up in their place. And I really have no idea what to do. Like it almost feels like a targeted attack. I don't understand why they keep doing this. The company is registered to this one guy and based out of Germany, but I talked to my attorney and he's like, yeah, we can write a letter, but then we have to track down who is behind this company. And yeah, they say it's in Germany, but it could be anywhere and it could take a lot of money to track them down. So literally every day I get about 5 or 6 DMs from well-intentioned people saying, hey, by the way, I saw this ad. I don't think this is you. Just wanted to flag it for you. So thank you to everyone who has reached out. It has been flagged. And if you are a lawyer in the AI space, or if you work at Facebook and can get this scam of a company permanently taken off the platform, please DM me. And if you are a small to mid-sized creator, look out because people can steal your content and you really have no recourse. Let me know if this has happened to you or if you have a solution to help me solve it.
There are so many things wrong with this. And first off, is it really illegal if it's not enforced? Let's be real here. Some of the comments say this is terrifying. You gotta sue them. Literally writing a horror movie about this. As an actor and creator, it's so scary. Another one says, this is my nightmare. I pulled all of my old content down for this reason. This is what's so disturbing, is that we have unregulated AI, and this should be illegal and enforced, but no one's really doing anything about it. And then, like she said, that company is somewhere in Germany, but I mean, are the people who created the company in Germany, are they actually there? The amount of money it would cost for her to hire a lawyer to track them down, sue them, who even knows if she would get any money back? It's such a hassle. It's such a nightmare. I do want to say BV, bacterial vaginosis, is not an STD, but still, it doesn't make it any better.
I just got my first taste of AI potentially replacing me. I do marketing for this client and they asked me to research some AI marketing tools, and then I realized that the one I'm researching that they asked me to would probably replace me because I don't know how much it would be worth it for them to continue paying me if they use this service. So I'm basically the architect of my own demise. I'm actually doing research to find the AI to replace me, which is really weird.
Some of the comments say, I couldn't be happier to be in the trades. White-collar job apocalypse is coming soon. Or you can take on 5 times more client projects and get paid more. These are power tools. They still need to be guided by a human with creativity and experience. Architect of our own demise, calling dibs on this band name. It's just so dehumanizing having to search for your own replacement. There's really no words for that. And so many of these companies are firing their staff because they think that AI is just going to do all this great stuff for them, not realizing that, yes, AI does still need to be guided, but what happens on the day that it no longer needs to be guided? It can do everything. I mean, what are these companies expecting when all these people are out of work? Do they think that they're just going to have money to keep buying their products and services? This third video is about a man who was replaced by AI overnight.
I got replaced by AI on Friday. I didn't expect it to happen, so let me explain. I'm the voice of a network called Buzzer. It's a fast network that plays reruns of game shows. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but I've always dreamed of voicing networks, and it's my first. On Friday, I got a call from one of the producers who I love and adore, and he has had my back through all of this because they tried to go AI years ago. He's basically like, hey man, finally came down from the top. They're going AI. You know, we are working with 11 Labs. For those of you that don't know, 11 Labs has stolen voices. That's the easiest way I can say it. Now, where they were explicitly stealing or they were buying libraries of voices and then training the model and then not telling those people, oh, hey, we're also using your voice for this, which is where you need to have consent, compensation, and clarity of the model, the 3 C's. The issue with that is, I then had to immediately say are you going to give 11 Labs my work to train? And they're like, no, absolutely not. Thankfully, I have that in writing. I'm not going to try and be angry about this. I don't want to have anything more than just saying like, hey, this happened. It sucked. It's probably going to happen again. But also at the same time, there are a lot of companies out there that value human talents. Like I'm about to go to the studio right now to record a national commercial for a huge brand. And I have work that just came out for Sunglass Hut and for Arm & Hammer. And I've had a lot of clients that have found me because they were using AI and they hated it. And then they found me and they're like, hey, we really like your voice. Can you replace this AI? AI isn't getting better. It's just kind of hitting this plateau, and people who just need to get something out and can't afford human go AI. I guess it's a positive.
That's nice that he's positive, but AI is catching up really fast. And honestly, with his voice being as popular as it is, I would be surprised if it hasn't already been stolen. That is what is so infuriating about AI. These companies stealing our faces, stealing our voices. I've had my voice stolen from my documentary channel. Fortunately, my subs let me know because, I was able to report them, but it ends up just being like whack-a-mole and there's nothing you can do. Some of the comments, one of them says, AI isn't taking jobs. Yes, it is. Why is this even legal? Boycotting all companies that fire people to replace them with AI. And then another comment says what I echoed in the previous video. Capitalists haven't thought AI through, like at all, because let's say we achieve at least 90% automation in every industry. Only a handful of people have jobs that pay. Who's going to buy the things that make shareholders and billionaires their fortune?
This morning, a major tech CEO is sounding the alarm about the technology he's spearheading. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, the head of the company behind AI model Claude 4, has a blunt warning, telling the website Axios half of all entry-level, white-collar jobs could be wiped out by artificial intelligence within 5 years, potentially driving the unemployment rate up to 20%. He says industries most at risk include law, marketing, tech, and finance.
These new generative AI technologies pose a real risk to early career knowledge jobs.
In recent months, AI has shown stunning capabilities, from generating hyper-realistic fake videos to diagnosing rare diseases through data analysis. The state Supreme Court in Arizona is even using AI-powered avatars to act as reporters and summarize court rulings.
My AI colleague Daniel and I will be bringing you regular updates.
AI's rapid rise could bring real benefits, but also real disruption. The people most likely to be hit first, young, college-educated workers in their first jobs, before they've built experience or seniority.
Who don't yet have the work experience to be a sort of a manager of a team of AI agents.
Some major companies already downsizing. Walmart cutting 1,500 corporate jobs, part of a technology-led restructuring. Microsoft laying off 6,000, saying it's aligning for the AI era. So how can you protect your career? Experts say double down on what AI struggles with, making human connections and doing things in person.
If you can do your job locked in a closet with a computer, those are the things that are more worrying for AI. Things that have to be in person and really with people tend to be safer.
And learn to work with AI, not against it.
It's really important that you've mastered your craft, your area of expertise, augmented by this technology.
What kind of advice is that? Like, as if people aren't already trying to master their craft and stand out because the job market is such crap right now. The first comment says, CEO is literally the easiest job for AI to replace. Fact. What if we just stop? Unemployment at 20%, will have to have universal basic income. They better hope AI will be able to buy their products. No joke. I mean, they're not even thinking about this and just telling people oh, you just better become really skilled with what AI can't do. By the time you become really skilled and get your name out there to companies about how you can help with AI is already going to be caught up, and that's not even going to matter. That's just my opinion, but AI is moving at a very fast pace. We heard them say this. Their advice is to just be oh, it's all about the human connection. Make sure your job has the human element. What? Most jobs, especially white-collar jobs, use computers and software, and they do a lot that AI is now going to be able to do. I just don't see that advice as anything useful. The fact that they're using AI court avatars now, it really reminds me of the movie Elysium with Matt Damon, when he's trying to get help with something important, and he's just talking to a robot, and the robot just keeps giving him the same answer over and over and over, not helping him, not assisting him in any way, and he just gets so upset. I feel like we're headed there. This next clip, this woman went from dream job to devastation.
I lost my job to AI 2 years ago. I worked as an editorial illustrator at this company for 5 years. It was honestly a dream job. I loved the team that I worked with. But 2 years ago, myself and almost the entirety of the illustration department got laid off. And a few months later, I found out that company made a licensing agreement with OpenAI to use this company's content to train with. In the 5 years that I worked for this company, I had done, and this is not an exaggeration, thousands of illustrations for them. So to lose a job with very little notice that I absolutely love, and then in addition to find out that all of my hard work was going to be used to train an AI model without me seeing a cent from that, was absolutely devastating. And this is the first time I'm talking openly about this on the internet. It took a long time for me to, tell my friends and family what happened, and I needed even more time to fully process it. It was extremely difficult to pivot, and it took a huge blow to my self-esteem and my identity as an artist, part of which is because I come from a family that has a very narrow scope of what success looks like. I go back home to New York and people are like, don't worry, Teresa, one day you'll get a job with Disney or Marvel, as if that is the true goal of what I'm trying to do. The only way I can consider myself a successful artist. And that job that I got laid off from, that was, a 9-to-5 corporate art job. The closest thing that I could do that would fit what a normal person's idea of a career was. And I did it. I made it. And then just like that, I lost it. And the cartooning and illustration industry has changed so much in the 8 years that I've been working. It's different, it's scary, but what I want to take a moment to say is that the people who have kept me afloat since then are independent comic creators, authors. It's been people buying my artwork from my Etsy shop. It's people joining my sticker club. I don't know where I would be now if it weren't for the indie authors also pursuing their passion and hiring me to help bring their ideas to life. The people who have a couple of extra bucks a month to spare for my sticker art. It means so much to me.
She makes such beautiful art. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. One of the comments says, training AI on artist portfolio should be illegal. We are literally watching IP theft on an unimaginable scale. It should be subject to licensing, i.e. one tier for using the AI model, premium to commission the actual artist. It is absolutely so much theft that is happening. Another one says, AI art is just wrong. I'm interested to see what you guys think about AI art. I wouldn't buy AI art at all. Another comment says, when are the AI going to replace CEOs and managers? I don't mean to be rude, but all this experience is a wake-up call. You need to transition from being a craft woman to finding your own voice or style and evolve to do something more powerful or meaningful than waiting for others to tell you what to do. You won't survive by selling stickers. I'm sorry, she was surviving before AI stole her job. She was surviving just fine. The whole advice of, oh, you just need to evolve to do something more meaningful or powerful, that's what they're telling every single person in the US right now, because jobs are becoming scarce, and it's a scary time. It's a terrifying time, and that's just not practical advice at all. Another comment says, why is AI focusing on creative jobs and not focusing on creating clean water, alternate solutions to energy, or ways to streamline pollution/recycling? Imagine giving 5 years of your life to a company, and then they turn around, fire you, and steal your art to feed to an AI to learn to do it instead. Everyone in the comments is telling her to sue, but what sucks is she probably can't sue because when she joined the company as an employee, she probably signed a contract that stated anything that she makes at that company belongs to the company and not her, which I feel very conflicted about. I think it takes advantage of the artist. If she was on her own as a 1099 contract worker and doing consulting for the company, then she would have a leg to stand on to sue because she would be operating under a very different set of rules. But as a 1099 contract worker, she wouldn't have employee benefits, she wouldn't have healthcare, she wouldn't have a 401k or anything like that. So I'm not saying that's better. You can just start to see where the average American who is just trying to make a living, whether that's as an employee or a 1099 contract worker, there's no winning because the system is designed to keep you dependent and or just barely getting by.
Put a finger down if you're an artist and you found an AI generated version of one of your paintings for sale online today. So background, I'm a full-time artist. I sell my paintings on my own, and I also work with a licensing company that gets me into big box stores. Once a month, I like to Google my name just to see if anything's being stolen or anything like that, or see if my work popped up anywhere new from the licensing company because it's not out of the ordinary to see my name on a couple different websites. However, I have never seen this, so I found an AI-generated version today. Here's my original painting, and here is the one that I found online today being sold on Walmart. It's through some other seller, and it says not for sale, so I don't even know if they've ever actually sold them before. And you might be looking at these two paintings and saying, Emily, they're not the exact same. You do not have the complete holdover sailboat paintings. Get over yourself. And to that I say they are pretty much mirror images, and also keep in mind the only reason that I found this today was because I Googled my name. Please hold. So here is the listing online that I found of the AI version where not only did they steal the exact title that my licensing company uses for said print, they also put my name on it. That's crazy. So that was just a very strange experience. It feels really weird having your name put on something like that too, that you have no idea about at all. So yeah, just support your artist friends because I keep seeing this happen to people and it's very weird.
One of the comments says, this is what stops me from selling my art online. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. It's more than frustrating. The fact that they put your name should warrant some legal action. This next one is about a man who just lost his job to AI.
You don't think this is true? Let me tell you my story. It just happened this week. So Friday afternoon, your boss wants to jump on Zoom at the last minute. Be prepared that something's going on. So I kind of had been having this feeling for weeks. My boss had been talking about how much he's been using AI and how productive it's made him on development tasks. And then yesterday afternoon, we got on a call and he said that my position is no longer needed. He said, I've been doing everything I should be doing. They can't afford the position anymore. So I am out of a job. And it is because of AI. I 100% know that.
That last minute meeting on a Friday afternoon is so indicative of what's about to happen. That was so obvious and horrible. The fact that his boss praised all of his work and is like, you're doing everything right, except coming into work because we don't need you anymore. Oh, it's just awful. One of the comments says, I'm so sorry to hear you lost your job to AI. I've worked as a developer in web software for 20 years and I was laid off from my job back in March. And the tech industry is so difficult to get a job in right now. Even entry-level positions are non-existent, likely due to the advent of AI. I hope you find work soon and your passion project gains momentum. Good luck out there, man. I really hope you get blessed soon. I went from having over 40 employees to not being able to find even a labor job at 48. It hurts a lot. I do transcription and our clients are going with AI more and more. My work has dwindled down to almost nothing lately. AI can't understand accents and crappy audio yet.
I just feel like I should share this. Okay, so there's a lot of conversations about AI. I recently lost my job to AI, ChatGPT. I'm a copywriter and small businesses basically realized that that service is less expensive than hiring me, even though I don't make very much money, which sucked. So I'm applying to jobs. And it's really, really, really hard to get a job right now. like really hard. I don't know where. They said a labor shortage. Where? Who? No. That lies. I almost said fake news, but no. I finally get like an exciting prospect. And I'm like, they want a content writer. That's great. They're actually going to pay me a decent amount or a livable wage. A livable wage. This is not something to call home about, but like more than $0, which is what I'm currently making because my employer wouldn't call me an employee. I was technically working freelance, even though I was working full time. So I never got benefits and I don't get unemployment.
Pause. That's a 1099 contract worker right there.
Anyways, so I got this exciting new job prospect. They seem really eager to interview me. They need a writer just like me. And, you know, they need someone to start immediately. It only lasts 6 months, but like, it's a good enough contract where that might be fine. But I can't really figure out what they want me to write. And then I figured it out. They want me to train AI to do my job. And I'm going to have to take it. That's the worst part. I'm going to have to take it because I cannot afford my apartment. I'm about to eat a can of garbanzo beans. I'm selling off my possessions. I'm in no place to turn down a job. No place. Even though it's literally going to take away the prospect at me finding a job in the future. But I don't have a way out. There's no choice for me. And that's... I don't even...
Her laughing as she's talking about training AI to do her job. You can tell that laugh was like one of those laughs where you either have to laugh or you cry. And I don't blame her at all. One of the comments says, train AI to do it wrong. Switch to grant writing. I'm still working. This is so dystopian. Everyone is looking for teachers with good English language skills. Teachers can hardly afford to make a living. I just covered a teacher in another video and she was in the hole every single paycheck. Another comment says, create a Fiverr account. Small businesses need copywriters that aren't going to come through AI detector. I found my copywriter on my documentary channel on Fiverr. She's been with me for years now at this point. Shout out to Sophie. She's wonderful. I would absolutely be getting on Fiverr. But the whole point of this is people are losing their livelihood. Doing freelance, something like Fiverr, that takes a lot of time to build up to. So what are you supposed to do in the meantime? Just go live in your car? I mean, the fact that AI is unregulated right now and our government's just like, yeah, cool. Let's let the billionaires make more money. It is infuriating.
Have any expectations about what the job market would be like when you graduated?
I was told by a lot of people that I was going to get a job right out of college, and then all of a sudden, there's no jobs.
22-year-old Michael Macaluso just earned his degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Connecticut.
Feel good?
But this summer, he's back helping manage his hometown pool. He hasn't found a job in his field despite applying for nearly 200 positions. New research finds now, for the first time ever, the unemployment rate among recent college graduates has exceeded the national unemployment rate, ballooning to 6.6% over the past 12 months. Oxford Economics' Matthew Martin.
This is kind of goes against what you would expect. Those with higher educational attainment usually have better employment prospects than those with less educational attainment.
Martin's team believes companies are eliminating formative entry-level jobs, the work handed over to artificial intelligence. Tech companies are leading the way. Nariman Farvardin, the president of Stevens Institute of Technology, says his school has been preparing for the AI revolution for the last 10 years. He expects disruption throughout the workforce will be bigger than the disturbance brought on by the introduction of the internet, and it could last up to 15 years.
I think AI has the potential to either augment or maybe totally replace jobs that are physically or cognitively repetitive. These jobs are not only done by entry people. There are certain people who do repetitive things for all of their life.
Farvardin says his message to students today is the same as it always has been. Get an education that will last a lifetime. He says workers who innovate alongside AI won't get left behind.
Once again, I just don't find that as good advice. Get an education that will last a lifetime. How many people went to university and got degrees in a field that they were told was a safe field, that it would last them a lifetime, that they would be safe, they wouldn't have to worry about losing a job or being without, because that there would always be a demand. These people, I just don't think they have advice for us at this point. I think they know we're screwed and they're just kind of like, well, sorry. The first comment says, a mechanical engineer can't find a job. Oh, we are cooked. I have engineering friends, and this is particularly bad for them because the field almost across the board requires a minimum of 2 years. Then you have comments saying that these graduates just feel entitled because how dare you spend all those years in school, get a degree, and then expect a job? Who do you think you are?
But hey, guess what? I'm unemployed. I finally get set up and ready for my day. I work for like an hour and then my meeting is at 9 a.m. Why do I have a meeting? It's because they fired me. They let me go. Our biggest client just up and left. They, because of all the artificial intelligence stuff, they actually went with like something like that. So we lost them as a client, and they were my client. That was my client. And it really, they said, for a business decision, they, just had to let me go because we lost that client. So it was like nothing against me. I've been with this company I was with this company for 5 years, and now I'm unemployed. So yeah, if anybody's hiring, let me know, baby.
This next video is similar, except she actually records herself getting laid off.
Best of luck in your search and whatever new endeavor is destined to be next for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, thank you again for your time this afternoon, and I hope you have a great weekend, Jasmine.
Thank you. You too.
She was way too peppy, firing her like that. The first comment says, and her camera is off. Oh. I just got laid off from my 6+ year corporate position a couple of days ago. TikTok is making me not feel alone. I don't think AI is going to be viable. Poor output while super expensive to run, with investors getting suckered into eating the cost. Numbers don't add up. Honestly, I think it's a scapegoat. I feel like we are in an AI bubble, and just the amount of water that AI uses, oh my gosh, that's terrifying. If you know, you know. They're putting data centers all over the US and probably going to start trying to do that all over the world. AI uses so much water.
AI will increasingly replace repetitive jobs, not just for blue-collar work, but a lot of white-collar work.
What sort of jobs would be lost to AI?
Basically chauffeurs, truck drivers, anyone who does driving for a living, their jobs will be disrupted more in the 15 to 20 year time frame. And many jobs that seem a little bit complex, chef, waiter, a lot of things will become automated. We'll have automated stores, automated restaurants, and altogether in 15 years, that's going to displace about 40% of jobs in the world.
40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology?
I would say displaceable.
What does that do to the fabric of society?
Well, in some sense, there's the human wisdom that always overcomes these technology revolutions. The invention of the steam engine, the sewing machine, the electricity, have all displaced jobs, and we've gotten over it. The challenge of AI is this 40%, whether it's 15 or 25 years, is coming faster than the previous revolution.
Some of the comments say, if no one is working, no one has money, and no one is buying. Another comment says, then what would be left to humans in the future? One comment says, I am so excited that CEO and billionaire is going to get replaced by AI. AI shouldn't replace, it should assist. I agree with this. Like, if this was assisting us in our workforce and in our jobs, that would be so much better. We wouldn't have this great job displacement that's happening. and is only going to get worse. Some workers aren't getting their jobs replaced by AI. Some of them are just quitting, like Beth McGrath, who quit over the loudspeaker at a Louisiana Walmart.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is bull. We are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like to Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert. Greta and Kathy, shame on y'all for treating your associates the way you do. I hope you don't speak to your families the way you speak to us. Shout out to Cominique, Patty, Chardell, and so many more. Walmart doesn't deserve y'all. Manage it and this job. I quit.
You gotta love how she shouted out her homegirls at the end, like giving them credit and saying that Walmart doesn't deserve you. She's a real one. This video is actually from a few years ago, but it was too good not to use today. And Jared's a pervert. So that's going to do it for today. I hope you like this video and maybe you'll check out one of these two on screen right over here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.